Oh my God. I go crazy in that pussy, I'ma drown in it. Right, every night we get them rounds, get the brown. Your ex is gonna hate the way we style, make 'em mad. But I do anything to always see you smile. We finna take this vacation to the isle, take a flight. Hop on the jet ski, hit the water, now we wild in the water. I love it when she suck me up while I'm rolling up a blunt. Then I smack her on the ass, now she say we having fun. I got flavor like Big Pun, and I swear that shit won't stop. Now I'm always blinded with my niggas' pockets frank with knots. So why you acting like you know me, bitch? You don't know me. Breathe on them like I'm Kobe, bitch. I'm Ginobili. High speed from the police, I'm laying low. Beating up that pussy, gotta sing and karaoke. I feel like I'm future, I don't want me a trophy. I feel like I'm future, I don't want me a trophy.
What's up, Shmigence family? Oh God. Already. Look at that, fat boy.
Let me smell your butt. It smells like pee.
Want to give him a little bottle?
Yeah. Oh. Yay! Yay, 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 yay. So, as you guys just heard, he decided to tell his news before us, but he's here.
He's here.
Jonah's here.
Finally.
So we decided to start off the new year with our first mukbang on our first video of 2020.
Facts. He told me about it. I knew what I was going to eat automatically.
And I'm eating pancakes.
Can't have no salt right now.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Right. So, what's the first thing we want to talk about, babe?
Well, since I brought it up, you might as well talk about it. 6 minutes.
You want to talk about the giving birth first?
Okay, we can do that first.
So, you
hold on, let me show y'all my sandwich, y'all. Really. If you from Brooklyn or Queens, Harlem, you know what this is. Chopped cheese. Bad.
Babe, they didn't even give me... Oh.
There you go.
I'm about to say. Alright, so, boom. On December 30th, well, in the beginning of the day, like on December 30th, I was already like feeling like I was having contractions, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't really say anything because I was that type. Because I was like feeling to give birth, any feeling I felt, I kept saying cramps, and we had like so many dry runs to the hospital. So I kind of didn't really want to like feed off of this one. I was pretty much the girl who cried wolf, like pretty much, right? Yeah. So I was having like, I was feeling cramps and stuff, like, well, not even cramps. I was feeling contractions, and around like 11:50, I finally was like, okay, I have to go to the hospital because I started like timing it, like how long it was and how far apart and stuff. So by 12 o'clock, we got to the hospital, right? Mm-hmm. It was by 12 o'clock.
We got there 11.
We got there
11:19.
11:19? Okay, so I started saying I felt contractions around 10 something.
Around 10 something.
Okay. And then when we got to the hospital...
Actually, I had to drive from over here over there to get you.
Yeah, because you had Zeus. Right. Zeus is our car. So he had to pretty much pick me up. He picked up my mom, and he was keeping his mom updated throughout the night because our parents was also with us on our dry runs thinking that their grandson was going to come. Right. So, and so pretty much we got there, and when we got there, they checked my cervix. I don't think I have to explain that to you guys.
I don't think so.
That should know. If you don't know,
for the males out there, it's like
they don't have kids.
It's like when the point you could tell when they about to come or not. Basically.
Yeah, pretty much it's.
So you gotta be a certain amount of centimeters dilated to be admitted in the hospital to know that he about to come right now.
Yeah, it's pretty much your bone separating. See, he learned a lot during his pregnancy. So it's like your bone separating. So, and the bone is called cervix. So as he said, if you're not a certain amount of centimeters, if your cervix isn't open in a certain amount, then you cannot. They won't admit you. Right. So when I got there, they checked me, I was half centimeter, and I was like, I feel contractions though, and they was gonna send me home. Right. But only one time his heart rate dropped a little, like on one contraction, and they decided to keep me just to monitor his heart rate. So they will not keep me, like admit me, but they decided to keep me for like at least one more hour. Yeah, before they sent me home
and come right back. You don't make no sense.
And she told me too, like, oh, most likely you're gonna come back soon. And we're like, so why are we leaving?
Why leave? Exactly.
So while they're monitoring his heart rate that never dropped anymore, I'm holding on, damn near breaking the bed, like at 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
It was
like 2 hours later.
Yeah, something like that.
No, throughout from 11:50 to like 2 hours.
Like 1:50, 2 o'clock.
I started to really feel pain. Like
no, it had to be 3 because he came. Remember, it was quick.
He came quick.
Once they found out the centimeters was 7, he came so quick. They would snap with a snap of the fingers.
So before we got to 7 centimeters,
right.
I was feeling like mad pain, and while they was monitoring his heart rate, I kept feeling the contraction getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So when they said we was going home, you know, Blake let my mom come in the room while he went to go get something to eat and stuff, you know, just chilling and stuff like that. And come to find out, while I kept getting while the contractions kept getting worse and worse, I finally screamed out. And then the doctor came in the room and said, you know, why are you yelling? And I'm like, you know, I'm having major contractions. And then I started begging them, please, can my mom and my boyfriend come in the room with me? But I was in a room called the triage, and in the triage you can't have more than one person. Only in the delivery room you can have more than one person. So I was begging them to let my mom stay and let me also bring my boyfriend in, and they kept telling me no. Only
you could take a break and eat, take a bite.
I did.
Let her take a bite. Her pancake. Pause.
So good.
So good.
So then finally, I had so then they kept telling me, you know, no, you cannot do that. You can't do that. So finally my mom blacked on her, like, why don't you check your cervix again?
Facts.
So then, you want to finish it real quick? Or I'll check that.
So then, when she checked the cervix, she's inside of her, pause, and she's like, not giving Ruthie no eye contact. No eye contact. Not looking at her mom either, and just like, then look at the other doctor. 7 centimeters.
As soon as I heard 7 centimeters, I screamed.
Epidural.
I need epidural. Because I panicked.
Yo.
I panicked. In my head, I was not giving birth without epidural. Like, the way the pain was. So, that's when she realized every time I screamed, that was me pushing, like,
right.
F it. I'm pushing this baby out. So, when they found out I was 7 centimeters, my mom called Blake and said, oh my God, she's 7 centimeters. He called his mom, and he said they was running with my chair. Like, I mean, they was running with my bed to the to the delivery room.
Right.
And then when I got there, they called the epidural doctor, whatever that's called. I forgot his name. The anesthesia. Is that? It's okay. Like, you want me to fix him straight?
Yeah.
You were there after that though, babe, so.
What part you was at?
They rushed me.
Oh, they rushed her into the delivery room. I'm on the phone with my mom, like, hey, you gotta come. She gets there maybe what, 10, 15 minutes?
10, 15 minutes later.
And mind you, we live like 20, 25 minutes away. So she was doing the race, right? So she got there. As soon as she got there, Ruthie started pushing.
Mind you, I'm pushing off the epidural. So I'm sitting there having doctors and them laughing the whole time.
Right.
Throughout my pregnancy, I had this fetish. And my fetish, for some reason, I don't know why. Comment below if you are a mother right now and you had this fetish. Because as far as I'm concerned, so far I'm the only one that had this. But I always twisted strings or anything tight around my fingers so I can feel like the blood rushing and stuff like that. And that felt so good to me for some reason. So during the epidural, so when they did the epidural, they didn't even give me a regular epidural. They gave me the one that happens like right there and then because they said it's happening like right now. Like I didn't have time for the original one that takes 14-15 minutes. So when they gave me that epidural, my whole leg felt. I had told Blade because he asked me how you feeling, babe, and I'm like, I feel like I tied a string all around my, and then he's pushing like shh, and then he looked at the doctor like, yeah, so funny.
Right.
He didn't want me to tell them, thinking that they would think something of me. So yeah, so boom, so after his mom came in, I started pushing, and at 5:50 a.m.
You came out.
Jonah Hunter Amos came out. So then we came home.
So then we chilling with him. Actually, we're gonna tell him. Should we tell him about the suction?
Oh yeah.
So what happened was he was his heart rate started dropping during the delivery, and her blood pressure was high, and he was right there. His head was about to come out, but they used the suction. He wasn't coming out fast enough because his heart rate was dropping. So that shit was so scary. But they used the suction cup, got him out, and he's all right, man.
He's so cute.
Right. He got a little bump on his head from the suction, but the doctor said that it should go down.
And it has been going down drastically. Like
drastically.
It has like one more, probably like 2 more inches to go down. It's perfect.
Not even an inch.
Right. Not even an inch. Facts. You do right.
It was like 2 inches almost 2 inches when it first came out.
Yeah.
And we was like, what the fuck?
I was ready to sue, but he's fine.
Right.
And then, so yeah, that happened from early in the beginning. He's a New Year's Eve baby.
Right.
December 31st.
December 31st.
2019.
Yep.
We celebrated New Year's in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful. That night was so beautiful. We got him ready for the midnight to start off the new year.
And then we did the countdown.
And then we prayed.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. So after that was on a Tuesday. We got home on Thursday. Then Friday, we had a huge scare because my blood pressure was, I kid you not,
210 over
180 something over 200 and something. Like I was borderline seizure / stroke, like borderline. And when I found out my blood pressure was so high, I think I made him panic a lot more because I started screaming, I don't want to die and stuff like that. Like he rushed me like to the hospital that, like, you know, he couldn't. My mom suggested that he stop, as she called the ambulance. So I actually got to the hospital with the ambulance because she thought it would probably be a faster, like they'll take long. So then they checked.
Yeah.
So they ended up checking my pressure in the emergency room, and they admitted me because it was like it's too high, and they diagnosed me with severe preeclampsia postpartum.
Yep.
So he.
What's the hand sanitizer?
The hand sanitizer?
No, it's wash my hands.
Right. Mhm. So he, I want to say about have to pick him up.
Yeah.
So pretty much Blake was a single father from Friday night till Monday.
Yep.
And he was like the best thing in the world. It was so sweet. You want to cover him?
Yeah.
You want to take this one? told you hiccup is gonna stay there.
Remember?
That's good. I'm a super papa. But he held it down, guys. He held it down. He was like the best. He FaceTimed me every single day. He wanted to bring him to me, but I didn't want to be selfish. So I told him to, keep him home, but it was very emotional for me. Like, I was depressed, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just gave birth, and then I go home for the next day, I get admitted back. But I just left the hospital with my family, and now I'm back in the hospital by myself.
Yeah.
Like, it was a sad moment. Like, I didn't expect that in the beginning. So my first weekend of 2020 was crazy.
Definitely was.
But the love and support was beautiful, so.
Yeah, let it out, fat boy. I feel it because it's warm.
You feel it?
Yeah,
Aww.
good boy.
Finally. Handsome.
He only made like a little poop yesterday, and then today, he just letting it go, and I love it. But you
He's such a good dad, guys. Like,
stinky.
I'm so grateful. So,
Be trying.
you don't look like you be trying. You look like you got it. He acts as though he's the father of the Brady Bunch. Like, he an expert.
Nah, I ain't no expert. There's a lot of shit I don't know.
Of course. Even people with kids, there's a lot of stuff that we learn every day. Like, when we get our next kid, it's going to be a whole different thing because every baby's different. But yeah.
You can finish that off. I'm gonna change him. He's stinky.
He stinks?
He's stinky. And then these hiccups is killing me.
Right. So, this was just like a quick thing. Just to let you guys be to notice. We're going to be having a lot. We're going to be trying our best, being that we have a newborn, but we're going to do way more videos than what we did, last year. This is our first video of the year. We hope you guys liked it. If you're new to this channel, subscribe right now and click the bell button for notifications. And we'll be back.
We gone.
Later, guys. See y'all soon. We'll see y'all. Actually, our next video is going to be our first.
Oh, baby, come here.
Bye, guys.
Oh my God. His ass exploded.
You know exactly how to treat a lady. I know I wanna keep you as my baby. For sure, baby, you are so damn fine. Modeling for Calvin Klein, but the view is only for me. You know, I thank God for you on a daily. And I know these females envy me like crazy, cause they know a man like you comes every barely. I'm down to have you, baby. You and Ivan +3. Woke up at midnight, staring at you, then my heart took flight.